Good evening, folks. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Out here at Tunguska again to try and get some broad whitefish, maybe get lucky, get a taimen, see what all we can catch out here. So the 82-100 is apparently still fairly active. Hey, CW, catch anything nice while I was away on your stream? Get some of those trophy wild carp? I'm gonna keep two lines out tonight with mayfly and redworm, but let's try one of them with double larva since that's got me some taimen in the past. 20 kilo, ooh, nice, a 20 kilo wild, I'm sure it's worth a good bit of silver. That is the nice thing about those wild carp is if they're at least a marker, they're pretty valuable. Man, like they love to give you non-marker wild carp out there, don't they? All right, so tonight's tea is cooling off, but it's an oolong tea. It's actually an oolong with a little bit of citrus added, which I'm not a huge fan of, but need to get to an Asian market to get some pure oolong again. All right, here we go. I tried this spot out a little earlier. I was having a little bit of luck. It's not as active as it's been in the past, but we'll see how it goes. It's plenty of shoveling in while we're out here. One day I'll find a really active taimen spot though. It'll be fantastic. Here we go. Got our, get the right hole here. I'll recast that. Think there's any of those catfish or sturgeon in this area? CW? I forgot to do my in-game advertisement. Yeah, we missed one again. All right. Now, I might try possibly putting some catfish bait on here during the nighttime. We'll see how it goes. Go. There we go. First fish on for tonight. What do we got? Looks to be, I think that's a pellet, possibly. Oh, it's a muxin. Okay, I'll take that. So there's a pretty good spot at Ladoga Lake right now for ripus as well. I got a trophy one there earlier on the first catch. Ended up being the largest one on telescopic for the U.S. region, which is pretty cool. But the overall bite rate wasn't spectacular, so try to come out here, get a little silver saved up. Just say sturgeon and cats are out here? Okay, so maybe I'll, once the sun's fully set, let's throw some juicier baits on here, see if we can snag one. Nibbles on 1 and 3 here. Missed both of them. All right. I'd like to do some tele trolling again, but I really want to get some silver saved up now to try to get one of those trophy master or blade master trophy hunting telescopic rods. Unfortunately, as fun as the telescopic trolling is, having only one rod out at a time really kills your profit margins. And nice little Cisco there. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're about to get something on line 2 here. And then we'll swap things over, see if we can get some sturgeon, or we'll try some catfish during the night, and then we'll keep one of them rigged up for sturgeon during the daytime. A little tiny broad whitefish. All right, I guess we'll stick to size 1 hooks for now because the catfish, these armor catfish, are not particularly big. Let's do these bad boys and check the records here for them. Looks like nightcrawler possibly as well, or pieces of fish. We'll go with pieces of fish, I guess. Nightcrawler will probably bring some unwanted fish on here and waste the larva. All right, let's get this out there. Use this one as well. And this one. When the sun comes up, then I'll switch back to two of these rigged up for whitefish, and I'll try one of them rigged up for sturgeon, see if we have any luck. The Muxon and the Cisco there were some telescopic weeklies. Go. Another shoveling in here. So I've been diligently shoveling every chance I can get. I'm planning on trying to get a decent bit of bait together and do a little telescopic competition later this month to give away some of that. Trophy sturgeon and taimen, I'll take them. I'm close enough to the shore that I may be able to bring them in before the line snaps. Maybe. Might have to think up of a special stream competition for Halloween later this month as well. Ooh, that's still too hot. All right. All right, catfish, come on out and play. So trying for the trophy wild out there at Actuba, CW. I wish I could have good luck out there at Actuba. It just, my luck there is trash. Like I can usually get a couple fish that are decent, and then just non-stop, non-marker little baby fish. Again, we'll keep the catfish bait out there during the night, and once the sun comes up, I'll switch back to whitefish baits. I wish you could put mayfly larvae on 1/0 hooks because it's such a good bait out here and would really help getting some of those larger whitefish, but you can only put them up as a size 1 hook at the largest. Nothing I want to check tonight is the multi-tool. Okay, here we go. All right, we'll recast all of these. I want to check the multi-tool and the coffee making tools because those are two things I definitely want to grab at some point. Multi-tool, I'm still not like, I think it's around like 400 silver, and it will be useful when I need a leader, but like so rarely use leaders that I'm not in the biggest rush to get it. What's going on with my floats? Oh, I know what's going on. These are lightweight floats, so deal with that. I haven't gone for the Belorabitsa whitefish out there in Actuba. I've tried to go after like the Shemaya and some other stuff, but you never find like any postings of especially active spots for them. And if they are active, it's usually like out in the middle of that water we have to take a boat to, which means I can only have one line out. It's a total pain. I really wish you could get like pontoon boats for this, where you could just set the rod holders out and have 3 lines out wherever. That would be convenient. We had that one bite, so hopefully maybe we'll get some more. I wonder. They throw some mussel garlic ground bait out there. Maybe it'll attract something to it. I really wish you could attach PVA to these lines. Yeah, gudgeon would be nice. I think the problem is like the gudgeon and dace and stuff like that. Even if you get a trophy, they're worth such little XP and silver. Like these broad whitefish here, even just like a regular 1 kilo rod is usually worth like 7 or 8 silver. So right now I'm trying to focus on getting my silver up a bit. Once I get that first trophy hunting line, I'll be going back going after all those small fish because I can have no worries about it and hopefully get trophies on them left and right. River mussel trophies. That is something I need to do at some point. If there's a really active mussel spot, I need to farm up some mussel bait as well. All right, catfish. Mountain play already. Hey, Demeter, how's it going? Where are you fishing tonight? We're slightly over 1 million XP away from Yama, so that's another reason I want to go. I'm out here at Tunguska because the XP's decent when the fish are biting. I'm so ready to start going after those salmon and that bear. I think there's something going after line 3, possibly. Maybe not. Yeah, I feel like those salmon at Yama are going to be essential to me getting a reasonable amount of silver to start getting those trophy rods. Recast all these again. And once the sun comes up, we can switch to whitefish bait again and have a much better bite rate. All right. If anyone knows of any active taimen areas, let me know, because I will get a boat ticket and chase them down with one rod if it's like super active. That's a good question, Demeter. Actually, let me take a look at that. Let's see. So looks like you can do river mussel. So it looks like they do have it for all of them. Scallops out at the sea, same with. Okay, so all right, you do need the high-end knife to make these actually. So I am gonna have to get that. Oh, that sucks. That thing's like 5,000 silver. That's unfortunate. But you can use mussel, zebra mussel, scallops, and the regular mussel. You need the fillet, the professional fillet knife for crayfish as well. Apparently so. Ugh. That's brutal. So there you go, folks. If you're looking forward to getting those nice premium meats at 100% bait harvesting, be prepared to spend a lot of silver on the professional knife. I'm almost wondering how much gold is that thing. If it's only like 5 gold, I'll just freaking buy it with real dollars. These catfish, I guess, are not very hungry here right now. I wish you could use bait fish on telescopic. If you could, I would definitely go get the bait fish bucket, but alas, you cannot. Maybe one day in the distant future, I'll try match rod fishing, but it's a very distant future. And if I do, I'll just get like the most expensive match rod to go specifically after like sturgeon and whatnot. That's like a 27,000 silver rod. 40 gold, jeez. Well, I guess I won't worry too much about those muscle meats and everything anytime soon. Goodness. It's one of those things that if I'm fishing at the sea, 5,000-6,000 silver for the tool isn't that big a deal. It's where Canadian and I were talking about this earlier on his stream, like that gap between how much you can consistently earn per hour at the sea versus everywhere else is just kind of too drastic right now. If you don't enjoy the sea fishing, like him and I are both in the same boat, we don't particularly enjoy it. It kind of blows because you have to suck it up and go out there and do something that's not particularly fun to you to make a reasonable amount of silver. Yeah, he did an early stream today. Are you doing another stream this evening, Canadian, or are you done for the day on that? Which on that note, you may want to maybe do, you're done for the day? Okay. Want to add a stream announcements channel to your Discord? I've noticed I also advertise on a couple other Discords, and I do get some viewers that watch from the Discord link, so it might be helpful to put one of those on there whenever anyone's streaming. They can post it up. Yeah, it's definitely a thing, Demeter. Like, it's a lot of people love it, but there's that minority of us that just really don't care that much for the sea fishing. But it's consistently like you're probably not going to make less than 700 silver an hour at the sea, and that's like double what you can consistently get everywhere else. My thinking is that the way they can help address that is go back and do an overhaul on the cafe orders for all of the lakes. Like make the orders A, worth more silver, B, award a little bit of XP, and C, make them generally more attainable. Because like some of those places you go there and it's like, well, the cafe orders today, like half of them are trophy size rare fish species. Well, that. But I think by honing in on making the cafe order specifically pay out better, it still makes the sea an attractive option because the sea you can just fish alone are going to be worth a lot. Whereas by having cafes, like there's a limited amount you can do. Like you fill out the orders for the day. Now you've got to wait for those to refresh, which is every 12 hours or something like that. And it encourages you to go to other maps and not just like farm one fish over and over again. So I think it would be a healthier, it would promote healthier gameplay as well. All right, sun's starting to come up, so I want to go ahead and switch back over to some stuff to go after whitefish here. Mayfly plus redworm. Another mayfly and redworm. And then the last one's going to be mayfly plus stonefly larva, since I have caught taimen on that combination before, so maybe we'll get lucky. Go ahead and get some shovel action in. Another little larva there. Always good to grab those. All right. Now we wait. Don't have to wait too long. They should start biting here pretty quickly. I'm got size 1 hooks on, which is going to lower the bite rate a little bit, but I've kind of gotten to where, unless I'm in happy hour, I'd rather just go for larger fish to make more silver. If I'm in happy hour, I'll go for some smaller hooks for bite rate to have a better chance at some skill gains, which almost a 94% flow fishing. It's slowly trucking along there. Oh, got something pulling on 3, but not really taking enough to set the hook, I guess. Some weird hook timing right now. All right, what do we got? Something small, whatever it is. Like a small broad whitefish. Yep, 1.22 kilo. So interestingly, if you have the drifting with current thing going for your lines, on some rivers like Seversky, that seems to improve your bite rate, so it's good to keep recasting. Here on Tunguska, I haven't really noticed that it improves the bite rate significantly, so I kind of just let them drift to where they end up at and leave them there. All right, good deal. Appreciate that, Canadian. Yeah, usually I try to avoid at everyone when I can. I just post a message there. Who sees it, because I know that it can be frustrating when you've got getting mentioned in random Discord channels and everything like that. But I'll start adding that as one of the stream advertising locations. I know we were talking about or mentioned M-Dog earlier, since we were having some unfortunate trolling issues on your channel earlier on both in-game and Twitch, but wonder, like, I haven't seen him streaming or anything in quite a while. I wonder if what he's up to these days. There's small whitefish there. The bite rate here doesn't pick up too much. I might hop on a boat and try some tele trolling. Like a Cisco sardine there. Oh yeah. Missed that one. The fish here are some of the harder ones to try and juggle multiple lines with, because they have a very narrow window for setting the hook. Okay, yeah, I know he does like, he's like a counselor at one of the colleges or something like that, so I guess that makes sense. He's working full time, not a lot of time to fit streams in. Something slightly nibbling on line 2 there. Come on. All right, now nibbles on line 1 as well. Which one's going to go first? 2, it looks like. Missed it. 3. Got that one. Little broad white fish there. Oh, it's a pellet, okay. It's a little browner than that. Slow nibbles there on line 1. There we go. Yeah, I missed it. I don't know, I'm going to give this spot a couple more minutes, and then I might go grab a boat ticket and switch to Tele trolling. Hey, Sneaky, how's it going? You fishing for anything in particular today? All right, shovel, give me some luck. Give me some luck. No luck. One of these had a line on there. Look at some of the other fish I haven't caught here. Like some small, not the small fish, burbot I haven't caught here. I know the char are out there in the lake area. At some point I want to try for this. Seems like maybe, all right. I might trying to target some taimen from the boat. Alright, nibbles there. I got two of them set. There's a little broad. Okay, we got all three. All right, there we go. Another broad. And the last one. Another Cisco. Hey Lou, how's it going? I'll stick it out here just a little bit longer before we hop over to the boats. Was it 60, 50? Maybe I got that location wrong. It was a spot like right next to the cafe. That was a nice surprise. So literally the first fish I caught out there was that trophy ripus, which we go to US records. It'd be down here. This ripus, there we go. Yep, #1 in the US. I keep going for more trophy roach out there, but I have terrible luck getting roach at the roach spots. No, I didn't fish. So sadly, Ladoga Lake's one of the lakes where now I've noticed this trend. If there's not a current, trolling with telescopic doesn't seem to work very well. Like it will work, but it's very, very, very rare. I tried out there for a while to try to get some salmon and had zero luck with it. Broad whitefish again. We'll go till 8:30 in game time, and then we'll switch to the boat. Nice, got to level 18. Congrats on that. Got I think that's Bear Lakes unlocked at 18, if I remember correctly. Got a particular rod in mind you're saving up for there? We got some nibbles. Missed it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and on there. Go ahead and start heading over to the old boat rental station and get ready to do some telephone. The whitefish here have been pretty decent. I kind of want to stay. Let me check the before I leave this spot. Let me check the cafe, because if that one broad whitefish order is up, I may stick it out till I fill that area. Oh, that's for 4 kilo plus. That's a rough one. Okay. Not too worried about that then. So you got still at Oldberg. One of the Blaze ones, but they're like 6 levels and 9,000 silverway. Are you talking about for telescopic or for a bottom rod? And hydrate time, you got it. Cheers. On your streams, I'm saving up for that 10K channel point redemption. Slowly getting there. All right, I'm going to try doing some trolling with the telescopics. Maybe, I guess I'll start trying to target some taming. Go ahead and grab our boat ticket here. And once you get to the archipelago and sea, you really miss these cheap boat tickets, I'll tell you. Before we go out there, let's go ahead and do a shoveling since we can't while we're on the boat. Gotcha. So honestly, like, I would recommend just stay with the red sticks until you can afford. Don't go straight for the blaze rods because they're very end game. I would stick with red sticks until you have 3 falcons, and once you've got the 3 falcons, or at least 2 falcons, then the third one maybe you could get one of the blaze. But in my opinion, there's not enough you can catch with the Blaze Inferno that you can't catch on the Falcons, so it's better to go for that in my opinion. All right, let's start trolling. Right, CW, gotta get a surprise item out there with the channel points. All right, let's go ahead and set this to 3 meter depth. And start fishing. Now, if you've already got the Falcon rods, then yeah, the blades are ones to go for. But to me, like, between the red stick and the Falcon, there's not a whole lot you can catch that's worth it. And then between the Falcon and the Inferno, there's not a huge difference. So I think, like, if there's one route I could change, like I did the 3 red sticks, plus I did some ultralights, but if I could go back and do it differently, I would have gone 2 Falcons, and then the third one I would have saved up for an Muxin. Stay off of there, you little Muxin. I want expensive fish on this bait. For me, I am saving up to get instead of going for the Inferno, I'm going for the Blade Master one that gives you +3 fixed line and slider rig. So I feel like having a higher average fish size will pay the rod off quicker than getting the extra 3 kilo capacity you get with the. This one, I've got it's on slider rig. It feels like it's like the hooks are sinking awfully slow. Anyone aware of some good taming spots right now? So the slider rig is actually, like, I find slider rig to be better than the fixed float rig for trolling, because the advantage of the slider rig is that the tactical or the bait sinks to the depth a lot quicker. So being able to get the float into drifting with current when you're fishing a little deeper out here is much better. Now, fishing from the shore, I don't know that it makes that big a difference. I kind of just keep it on slider rig for everything now, just for convenience. So if I switch to trolling, it's already set up. But for trolling specifically, I think the slider rig is the better way to go. All right, taimen or sturgeon? That's what I want to catch out here. Which on that note, yeah, so taimen or sturgeon spots. If nobody knows where those are active on Tunguska right now, I will go and try to target either one. What we got on here? Like another rod whitefish, maybe? Yep. Man, I am okay. I'm going to take the pieces of fish off of here because I don't want to lose oxyphor larva to junk fish. Yeah, it seems like I feel like taimen are one of those fish here where they don't actually have active spots. I think they kind of can just randomly show up. Any of the ones I've caught, they just kind of randomly showed up with other fish, like 1 in 150 fish will be a taimen. I don't know if they actually have their own spots per se. Sturgeon, on the other hand, certainly do. What I may do is keep trolling on up to the edge, and then I'll drift back so we can try to target some of the more shy fish that are scared of the boat sound. Which, if I had to guess, I feel like this 16-meter hole would be a good place to find sturgeon, but at the same time, I don't know that I'd catch them at 5-meter depth. Which, on that note, when I switch to drifting, I am going to set it down to a 5-meter depth, since we'll have time for it to set itself down there. Oh, fishy fish. Alright, so having luck at pulling the sturgeon, and let's go ahead and switch back to whitefish size here. Size 1. With these bad boys, and we'll go ahead and throw some pieces of fish on just for funsies. Getting out of the deeper holes here in your reposition. I really wish that you could use the rod holders for float rods. I really need to get, at some point, I need to just go ahead and rig up my alpha and HSV reels back onto spinning rods. So if I'm doing trolling, I can at least have those running behind me and have a chance to potentially catch a few extra fish to pay for the boat trip. Alright, yeah. Get a little bit more into the 12-meter hole, and then we'll switch the engine off and drift back up stream. It was nice during the day here. You can see down, similar to Quarry Lake, you can see the fish bite the hook. go. Ooh, got something decent size on here. The broad whitefish. Yeah, 3.5 kilo. All those naysayers, Canadians, that come on here and say you can't roll telescopic. Non-believers. All right, get a little bit further in and then we'll switch to drifting. The nice thing about drifting is that you can watch the bait to see when a fish is about to strike. Just a little further in to go. Does anybody purchase the house in Norway by chance? It's kind of neat that it's got the special trophy holders for some of the big fish out there. Unique feature of it. Okay, some little guy is a smelt. Yep, little tiny smelt on a freaking size 1 hook with pieces of fish. Jeez, hungry smelt. All right, let's go ahead and position the boat in and the engine. Go ahead and drop this down to 4-meter depth. Go. Let's actually cast it over here by the boat so we can see the fish. They are looking at the bait. See it right down there. Of course, now the boat's going to go over top of it, dang it. What I've always been curious about, I haven't been able to determine yet whether it's better to fish deep or shallow out here. I haven't been able to get really a consistent enough bite rate to compare either way. We'll get a bit fish biting here shortly. Watch it move around with the line. We'll get a bite soon. I'll go ahead and bring it back up to a shallower depth. Okay, got a fish on. Like another broad whitefish. Yep. Bring it up to 2.5 meter. Honestly, if they're not going to make it so you can type in the depth of the float, they need to just make it so that it moves in like when you're adjusting, it just goes in multiples of 5. I don't think we really need to be able to set the depth to such an exact measure. Like I want it to be at 3.57 meters. So it's let it be 3.5 to 3.55 to 3.6. A lot of little like random quality of life things like that I feel like probably won't ever happen because I think the devs are like 90% of the player base and don't ever actually telescopic fish. So they never really encounter little quabbles like that. Come on, fish. Does anyone know if the char are active up in the lake today? I wouldn't mind trying to go after those as well. Drifted out of the hole here and back towards that. Yeah. Come on, fish. Sun's blocking the view there. Seems like the drifting's not doing too well today, so we'll go back to trolling. And let's throw some red worm back on. Something small. There's another, oh, looks like a Cisco. Nope, Siberian Dace. All right. Surprised those aren't spooked by the engine noise, actually. Anybody catching any trophies throughout today? I haven't seen any in the in-game chat since the stream started. Seems to be a slow day. Yeah, looks like another small white fish. Yep. Some days are like that, I suppose. What we got on here now? Well, if we can just keep getting some broad whitefish, I'm not going to complain about that. They're 2 kilo. They're worth decent silver. Seems like they're really active in that 7.5 hole, so I might try just trolling around it for a while. Such turn radius. You need practically the entire river to turn around. Alright, so yeah, since it seems like they're biting pretty well there at the edge of the 7.5 hole, I'm gonna stick around there a little bit. But again, if anybody knows any active sturgeon or Amur catfish locations, I will absolutely try to target those. Since Actuba sturgeon don't seem to like me. Actuba in general just doesn't like me. About back into the 7.5 hole here. Denver, you got any more good use out of that telescopic rod you won from the competition? Or the raffle, I should say. Using it right now. Catch some good stuff on it. Ooh, white bream. That'd be a nice trophy to bring in. I'm actually not sure if have I gotten a trophy of white bream? Let's see, white bream. Yep, I did. I got it, red worm and worm at a winding rivulet at some point. And that's why I think I got it when there was that Donnets spot out there. I was trying to get Donnets and couldn't get any of those, but I got the trophy white bream and a bunch of other random stuff. That's how it is for me. If I go to a spot where people are having a really good luck at a particular species, I'll have really good luck at the spot on everything but that species. All right. Well, I guess it was just random luck that we caught those few here on the way through. You got the one on Winding working on Oldberg now. I was trying to catch a pike on Oldberg earlier with my telescopics, but couldn't get any bites. It's really hard to target pike on Tele. Oh, I missed that one. night coming, when I get up to this area up here, I might try switching back to the catfish bait sandwich. Although, see, allegedly, the spot on the map is called Sturgeon Slough, which always makes me assume that if I stay here long enough, I could find a sturgeon. What do you think? Should I just lay the anchor down here and just try and target a sturgeon in the spot? Or am I wasting my time? Well, it seems like you're getting plenty of white bream where you're at, Demeter, so eventually one of those will be a trophy. Maybe try upping your hook size a couple sizes. Using a size 8 right now. And maybe try switching one of the lines to a size 6 and see if it affects the bite rate too much. If not, I would upsize all of them to that maybe. That's usually the strategy I take, is if I'll upsize one line and see how it does, and if it's not like, if it doesn't completely kill the bite rate, I'll just kind of picking each line's hook size up a little bit more. The way this game handles hook sizes can be a little weird. Like, you can have a 1/0 hook on there and catch a minnow, which is a little weird. Alright, we're getting back up here towards those buoys, which is where I have had luck getting the catfish in the past. Had a pretty good start, but definitely slowed down. But that is the drawback of telescopic trolling, is that having only one line in the water means really nerfed bite rate. It's not an efficient way to play, but it's fun to get a change of pace sometimes from juggling 3 lines at a time. It's easy to fall into a trap on this game of just trying to focus on the most efficient farming method, which can kill the enjoyment of the game if you stick at it too much. So I like to just break up the monotony from time to time. Alright, so let me get right up here in this little pocket. This is where I'm going to probably go ahead and set the anchor down, and while it's nighttime, let's see if we can pull out a catfish. And switch the baits out. All right. Hopefully we'll pull one out. At the bite rate where you're at, Demeter, I'd be surprised if you don't pull a white bream out of there unless the spot dries up. But I would try with the bite rate you're getting. I think you could probably go up maybe 2 hook sizes and still have a moderately good bite rate, but then a higher chance of getting that trophy that way. Yeah, I would start like change one line to a size 6 and see how it affects the bite rate. If it's still okay, switch all your lines to a 6 and then maybe try one of them at a 4. Just kind of like try each one going up one size at a time, and once you hit a point where the bite rate is just noticeably dumpstered, that's where you want to pull back. But the highest side you can go and still get a decent bite rate is going to be your best odds. Six is still pretty good bite rate. All right. Come on, catfish. About to get a ad break here for non-subscribers just to keep pre-roll ads out. Those that are subscribed, no ads for you. Appreciate the support. Go. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Broad whitefish. Not a sturgeon or a catfish. Looks like he's gonna be a pain in the butt to pull in. This right here is why eventually I want to get a 5-meter falcon rod for fishing from boats. All right, come on, big chunky guy. Could be a decent sized whitefish though. Oh, actually, is that a catfish? I can't tell. Come on. Might be fighting this guy for a minute. Yeah, this is when you've got these extra long rods fishing from a boat or from a dock, it gets kind of tricky to keep the fish in place to net them if they're especially large or feisty. No. This sucker's putting up a fight though. Come on, Net, you're gonna do your thing. There's another tip. If you're having a fight like this, sometimes you can look straight up. There we go. 3.2 kilo broad whitefish. If you look straight up, sometimes you'll your character will put the net down. Didn't have the anchor down. Dang it. Reposition back to where we were. Your character will look straight up, which brings the telescopic line up a little bit further. So it's a good way to land some of those larger fish. So let's back up to the little hole back there. Ooh, this looks like a good spot. Yeah. Now the anchor's down. All right, come on, sturgeon or catfish? Or taimen. Any of those three I'll be happy with. I think, yeah, that cafe order was for 3 4 kilo or larger broad whitefish. So we don't have that order anywhere close to being able to fill yet. All right, let's try. We are in a pretty deep hole. Let's go ahead and bring this depth all the way down. And I need to cast that a little bit further to keep the hook from wibble wobbling so much. Let's see. Still in the 17-meter hole. This boat getting drifted around the from the anchor is messing me up. Recast because of that. All right, come on, catfish and sturgeon. Even with a slider rig, it takes so long for this stuff to drop to 5 meters. Hmm. May not have any luck getting any right here, unfortunately. Well, it's if it's not the sea or Amber Lake carp, like it's just hard to find good active spots. That's where so many people are fishing because that's the most efficient money in silver. All right, well, I guess we'll Do a little trolling again. Gotta be some of those armored catfish somewhere. See, how much do we have to go for unlocking Yama? We're just barely over 1,000,000 XP away. Unlocking Yama. I'm ready for it. After this Chinook on my telescopics, I'm going to bring the depth in a little bit. How's that wild carp bite rate, Canadian? You getting a lot of non-markers out there, or just a overall somewhat slow rate? What I hate about the wild carp there is that, like, you can have a 1-aught or 2-aught hook and still get a lot of non-marker fish. Well, someone out here just caught a armored catfish. I don't know where, but it's just saw it on the weeklies. Come on, fish. Everyone that's looking for a more sensible spot to do some telescopic fishing in Tunguska right now, 82-100 right over here has been pretty decent during the daytime. We started the stream out there and catching some pretty decent fish, but I felt like going out on the water and see if I could grab a some sort of taimen or sturgeon or catfish. No luck, unfortunately. But that 82-100 spot is still decent. Alright, well, I'm not having any luck with the catfish bait, so let's go back to Stuff that works. We'll drift our way back towards the docks and get ready to cash these fish in when we get there. Hopefully we can catch a couple more things on the way. But being nighttime, it's doubtful. Do. Looks like it's starting to rain here. I don't know if that's good for any of the species out here at Tunguska, but it is. All right, just about back to the shoreline here. How many white bream we caught out there at that spot so far, Demeter? It's been, seems like you're catching one about every 30 seconds or so. Might consider as rapid as your bite rate is, maybe throw some ultralight tellies out there, get that bonus XP. Using one of the ultralights out there. Yeah, it's a very nice, very nice. Now, when you can get a high bite rate on stuff with those ultralights, it's it makes a difference. Absolutely. If I ever see a Black Sea Shemaya spot super active again out at Tversky, you can bet I'm going to be back out there with my ultralights. Those things are like 20,000 XP each and happy. All right, let's see if I can cash anything in at the cafe. Probably not, but look, have that. Give me these. Nope. All right, nope. Can't do anything there. All good, Canadian. Getting ready to cash everything out, actually, wrap things up. You didn't miss much. It was nighttime and nothing bit, really, so. Let's see where we're at. This is what we've got in the keep net. I'm going to guess we've probably got 89 silver. Got a few I'll probably turn into pieces of fish, though. 74 from Canadian. 101 and 21 cents from Demeter. All right, if it comes out to that exact number there, something's fishy. Let's see what we've got. Total is 113. Looks like Demeter was the closest though. Not bad at all. This is why I love these whitefish. Like even a little 1 kilo one is over 5 silver. Quite handy. Alright, so you're gonna be, these ones are gonna become pieces of fish. Everything else looks good. Alright, not a bad haul, not a bad haul. Go and make those bad boys into chunks. What's sad is being at 100% bait harvesting, you can still fail cutting fish up into chunks. Pressing. There we go, not too bad overall. I do want to check, there's not a tackle penalty cost at Tunguska, right? I want to get an idea of what the price of the rod I'm going for is going to be for full-size one here. So we got rods, telescopic, and it is the Blade Master, yes? Yes. 13,000 silver is what I'm saving up for. This is gonna be brutal. Absolutely brutal. But it's gonna be nice once I finally get it. Oh, I hear you there, Canadian. Freaking 6,000 silver and losing a failing to cut fish up. That's just some shenanigans if that happens. Go ahead and get our end of the night scoop in here. Hope for some good luck. Come on. Nice baits. Nothing. Well, I've got a red worm. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. With that said, again, those of you looking for an actually good spot right now, right here, 82-100 between these two rocks, using mayfly, larva, and redworm is pretty good. That's where we started the night out at. We're getting a decent bite rate during the day, so definitely give that a shot. Trolling, I was getting some luck there at the 7.5, but overall it was just kind of spotty, so it's not a great day for tele trolling, unfortunately. That said, we'll go ahead and get ready to wrap things up here. Appreciate everyone coming out and watching. I hope everyone has a good night or good day, whichever your time zone is in, and some good fishing. And I'll look at some spots. I'm still keeping an eye out for good Sura River spots because I really want to do the, if I can find an active Sura spot, I want to get my first time visit to Sura out of the way before unlocking Yama, which is 1,000,000 XP away now. And once I unlock Yama, I have a feeling we're going to be there for at least a week straight. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Everyone have a good night, and I will catch you all next time. Take it easy, folks.